Today we are lit by candlelight and we are going to be talking about scrying. This is a form of divination and it can mean divination through many different things. The first thing I think of when I think of scrying is perhaps a crystal ball of some sort. This is really the only crystal ball I have, and I feel like it is not a normal one per se. I think of like a big white one or a clear one on more of a stand that's bigger. This is just my November birthstone in a ball form, in a crystal ball form that my mom got me for a Christmas one year that you can stick little manifestation wish notes in. I think it's very pretty. I don't use that for scrying though, and I don't scry very often. If I do, it's usually either looking in a mirror or looking in a candle flame or in smoke, particularly from a candle flame or some sage. And we're not going to get into the controversy of sage. I have grown my own sage and I have used my own sage as well. Anyways, so what is scrying, you might wonder? It's the art of looking into something like smoke, like fire, like just wind or anything, a mirror, looking at your reflection and or a crystal ball and getting information. A lot of people will see things either in their mind's eye or the physical object. And usually I just get a better sense of knowing because I'm very claircognizant, which is just knowing things, instead of clairvoyance, which is just seeing things in your mind's eye sometimes. Like if you can imagine an apple. I recently found out a few years ago that some people can't just imagine something in their mind, or some people see it as more of like a computer screen looking apple instead of like a real apple sitting on a table, and it's hard for them to choose the color and that sort of thing. I think most people can do this, and most people can see a red apple or a green apple or a purple apple if you want. You can make it any color you want, you can put it on any kind of table you want, you can just have it be floating in space, and you can imagine whatever you want. Some people can't do this. I worked with someone who couldn't do this, but most people can, and all people are psychic to some extent. All people have some form of intuition. So if you don't think candle magic or scrying is for you, then that's fine. But if you're interested in it, I suggest you give it a go. Try it out and see what pops up in your mind. See if you just have some images pop into your mind, because that's what clairvoyance is. Okay, it's just images popping into your mind that you weren't trying to imagine. They just kind of appeared for you. And this happens to everyone at some point in time. It happens in dreams, etc. So scrying is either looking at your reflection or looking at a crystal or a crystal ball, you know. Looking at anything, looking at your reflection in water can be amazing, but it just is the art of looking at something and having that connection of you focusing on looking at something bring something about in your mind's eye or in your little thought bubble that we all have. So some people like to grab a crystal and put the crystal in front of the flame, or just look in a crystal. If you don't have a crystal ball, you can just look at a crystal. But I think the light of the fire is a really good just amplifier of this energy. And I'll do another video on just candle magic in general, because I used to write a lot of songs. I love music, I love songwriting, and I still do when lyrics come to me. But when I'm around fire, a bonfire, a candle, just awesome spiritual hippie lyrics come through, and I love that. So I think candles are just very powerful, and like I said, I'll do another video in the future on just burning candles and what the flame can mean. And it all comes down to your gut instinct and what you think it means for you. Just like I said with the pendulum and the copper rods that I did a video on, dowsing, it's all very similar, similar to tarot, even similar to astrology, which astrology, I believe, is a bit more of a science, if you will, because really everything is a form of science and everything is spiritual, and the two things have to go together for life and your theory of the universe to really make sense. Let me know if you guys agree on that in the comments down below, and let me know if you would like to know anything else about scrying. I think it just comes down to giving it a go and knowing that there are no rules. There are just things that are more safe than others. So I think you need to pay attention to what spirit guides or what spirits are coming through, if they are your guides or not, if this is your higher self or not. You need to know who or what you are connecting to. If this isn't you putting these thoughts or these images in your minds or hearing these sounds, who is it? Because you need to know if it's your higher self, your spirit guides, or something else. What are these pieces of information coming from, or who? And also putting protection over yourself before you do anything of this sort of witchy, magic, intuitive divination acts that you're doing. You need to put protection over yourself, do whatever ritual you feel like you need to do, whether that is envisioning yourself in a gold aura, in a white aura, in a pinky purple orb around you, whether you picture your skin as gold first, whatever you do, do that, and make sure you do it before, and thank your higher self and your spirit guides once you're done. Make sure you cut the energy off so you can go about what else you do during the day or night. Thank you guys so much for watching, and give scrying a go if you haven't already. Love and light, and the hybrid children are coming soon.